a video on easy crop management. And I'm telling you guys, this will be easy way if you, for example, guys, if you guys are always wondering, like, well, it's a pain in the ass to haul to sell crops, right? The way I do it is I'm gonna show you guys. Now, this may sound a bit weird with like using the belt systems and shit like that, but trust me, the way you're gonna be doing this, it is going to be easy peasy, man. It'll be so easy to load it into the train. And the train, man, I mean, it'll take it to a point of sale super quick, super easy. Or even if you don't want to load it into a train, say you want to load it into a trailer, for example. Say you want to pull from your fucking, say you're tired of driving the trailer up underneath the little thing for your harvester or whatever. I will show you an easy way to use belt systems to do this. It's super easy, guys. Now, I was going to do a video on FS17 with this, but I can't broadcast my FS17, guys, just because I don't have the actual game. I just have it on PlayStation Now, and I think it's stupid that they don't let you broadcast on PlayStation Now, but it's whatever, guys. So anyways, so I'm telling you right now what you're gonna need. First off, you go over to your tools here, your tools tab. You go all the way over. Now people are gonna be like, what, why do I go over? You go to belts. Now, depending on what you want to do, if you just want to load it into the train, you'll need this, and this. And what you'll do is you'll set this up. This is what you're going to unload the trailer into. That's why it's got that little gap as you unload the trailer into this. And then it'll dump it onto this belt, which will then carry it onto this belt. And then this belt will be lined up with the train. It'll be set up with the train. So report it into the train. Now, if you're wanting to pick them up off the ground, you'll need this one as well, because this one will automatically pick them up within its reach, within its range. Now, so I'm going to demonstrate both. So let's go out here, let's get to the train, get the train into position, right guys? Get the train into position. So, for example, this is a good area right here. It's got a lot of flat open area, so I'm gonna get the train slowed up. I already know I'm gonna have to back it up. Not a big deal. And there's a big ass field right next to it. So that I'll just, as you can tell, I've got this one. As you probably saw in the profile, so I'll just go and buy this trailer, this field real quick. I'll go into my menu and buy it real quick. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now what we do is get out of the train. We're going to be right over here. So this is where we're going to set everything up. I wish you could just buy it and set it wherever the fuck you wanted, but unfortunately it doesn't work like that. So basically what we'll do is buy this bad boy. Yeah, buy this bad boy. And buy this bad boy. And I'm also going to buy one of these just for the sake of showing you that if you don't want to have to dump your trailer into this stupid thing every time, I'll show you a different way you can do it. But, so basically, I'm near field 31, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and go into my map here, where the fuck it's at. There we go. Okay, now I need to find where the fuck I'm at. Okay, I'm over here. Cool, I'm not that far from the shop. I mean, it's a little ways, but I mean, if I follow this, I'll get there soon enough. Okay. So anyways, so, do I already own this? No, I do not. Okay. So buy that field. Heck, I'll buy this field too. Just so I have two fields to show you. Okay, so now what I'm gonna buy is, well, I don't have to buy, but now what I'm gonna do, well, I do have to buy this, but because these are both full of crops, and I don't want to be wasting crops. So I'm just gonna go and buy a harvester. Fuck it, whatever. I'll load it up on a fucking trailer, and I'll just buy a simple fucking harvester. I don't need nothing special, right, guys? So I'll just buy a simple fucking harvester. I'll buy this bad boy. Instead of having twin wheels on that bitch, because you know they're not gonna fit on the trailer very well. So, purchase, boom, done. Now, let's go buy let's buy a header for it. Okay, so that was wheat over there, I believe. So, yeah, something like that, whatever it was. So, let's go to regular headers. Headers, here we go. Now, most people say buy that one just to match it with John Deere, but I don't like buying that one. But for this, I don't like buying these small ones, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to buy small ones so it'll fit on the trailer as well. So, buy. Now, what else I need, now that I get my harvester, I need a couple large tractors. Now, the tractor I like to buy personally is the 8R series. I go right down here. I always put Michelin tires on it, and I go with the 8400R. Because I just like it because I love John Deere, and 8400R series is an awesome series, guys. Now, honestly, just leave it as, you can do wide tires if you want, but these are just for purpose of hauling, so I'm not even going to bother with that, so. Bye. So I need 4 of them. Now that should do. So now let's get swapped over there. You can tell, guys, I have a lot of equipment. There we go. Oh, so I only bought 3, not a big deal. I'll buy another one. Whoop-de-doo. Anyways, so basically what you do is you bring it over to this bad boy. Now keep in mind with these guys, you can also, whenever you need to adjust them, you can get in them as vehicles. You select them as vehicles, guys. You don't get in them as vehicles. Now anyways, so now let's get these over to this field here. So we're going to bring them right over here. So we just need to turn this way. Make sure I'm going. Yep, I'm going the right way. Okay. So basically we're gonna, now what I could do is I could actually just bring this bitch up on a low loader, so I'm not having to fucking drive the slow ass tractor all the way there, but drive a semi there instead. But I don't know, I have to buy fucking 5 low loaders, 5 semis, you know, that's a bit ridiculous. I didn't buy these tractors just after, you know. Believe me, guys, once I get these here, there, I'm going to be selling these low loaders, or these tractors. I don't need them. As you saw, I have plenty enough tractors over there. I don't need them. And the only reason I'm even using this field, normally I use my fields over here, that I'm not very far away, but the problem is train doesn't pass by my field. So, and I need the train to pass by my field. Now, most people say, well, how am I supposed to do this? You'll notice, once I get this one set up, you'll notice the hitch that's going to connect to the big belt that I bought, the other belt of this brand, the other Grand belt that I bought, not the big wide one, but the other one. What it will do is it'll actually, you can link them together. You'll see, once I do that, you'll see that you can actually link them together. Which I think, honestly, is absolutely badass. Because then it allows you to link them together and gives you extensions on your belt. So basically, let's get this bad boy over with. I mean, sure, I could do it on the road, but it's just a pain in the ass. I don't want to do it. I don't want to have to do it that way, but if I have to, I will, you know? So let's turn onto this road here. Now the actual harvester will bring you to the field, and I'll demonstrate. So basically what we'll be doing is, well, keep one of these tractors and have a trailer with it, where, you know, so, okay, so now what we're going to do, this is where I chose this area too. There's plenty of room there to set this all up. So basically, let's get this tractor out of our way, right? Maybe. And running that not a big deal. Now for sakes, let's just park that fucker right there. Now basically what we're going to do is get into this thing, see how you can get into it like a vehicle. So see this end here with the little dumper thing? What you do is you want to point that towards the train. Now that may sound weird. People are like, well, why do you want to do that? And what you want to do is you want to get this fucker lined up like that. So you get turned around. This is like the most painstaking process of the entire thing, I would say. Now, the reason that I suggest using these specific belts rather than just dumping it into silo, then moving it into the train, is just because it's a pain. It's much easier this way. So then you're right next to your field. Now, I got too close because I remember I need room for my other belt. Okay, so now what you do, hold this button up, will extend this out. We'll lift it up on its wheels, extend it out as far as you think you need it, and then you hold L1 and you rotate it over, because obviously you want it to where what it's going to do is it's going to be lined up with, obviously you want it lined up with your, these, honestly though guys, I have to admit these are definitely improved from FS17, because in FS17, it was such a pain. Like, you would have the main one that I'm moving right now moving on you while you're rotating that one. It was such a pain, man. It is definitely way easier in FS17. I will say that. Now, that's set up perfectly to where obviously what you're going to do is, so now let's get over to my other tractors here. Give me a minute. Okay, there's my other tractor. Now, gonna back this fucker up to that one over there. It's up next TCX hooked up. Well, in 17, I don't know about 8-19, but I know in 17 this thing would, like, this wouldn't actually hook up to what you were, oh, I did buy 4, okay. This wouldn't actually, like, hook up to the thing we're actually doing, which I thought was weird, because it has a little hitch, so it literally looks like you can, it has the little hitch where it looks like, almost like you could hook it up to this bad boy, but it can't. So basically that little part that you saw that was flung out to the side there, you're going to put it right underneath that. So when you hit lower belt, you'll see that part will lift up, and that's where you'll put it underneath there, and it'll dump all out onto that belt. That belt will roll it into this one conveyor belt, which will then take it to the other belt and will be set up. Now the other belt will actually hook up to that. Just gotta do it right. And you gotta also make sure you give yourself enough room too, to where you basically put the one belt that you be moving next right up next to the train, get it in position, and then you move the other one to where you need it to go. You move it up close enough to hook it up, get another one, hook it up, and done. That part, the hard part is done. Then you line it up with this, And once this is lined up, all you simply do is back the trailer up to this, jump into it, or if you don't want to have the painstaking of backing the trailer up to it, you simply just dump. Unload the stuff right next to the one belt we bought, which I'm going to demonstrate both options, and basically by doing that, you'll see what I mean by what I'm going to be doing. So I'm coming up on the road I have to turn on to here. So here's the road. Yep, this is the road. Okay. Normally I would have already had this set up for this video, but I've been busy with other things, guys. I apologize that I haven't had time to set this up. No, but like I said, normally I would have already had this sucker set up. So now, mind you, what kind of sucks about this one is this part right here, this part that's crucial. You can't, I know at least in 17, you could not get into it like a vehicle. So you actually, hold on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this bitch up. Backing it up like that. Then swing it around, line it up where it goes. Straighten this bitch out. Follow it just to make sure that I got it. Okay, so I need to move it this direction just a tad. Line it through. As close as possible, right, guys? And then what you obviously do once you have it as close as possible, get out of this for the time being. Get in this bitch, and then you just simply back it up. And you obviously want to lower this part so it'll fit underneath there. You always want to make sure this part will fit underneath. Otherwise, guys, you'll mess it up, right? So then back it up. I mean, guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just as long as you get it. I mean, to you perfectionists out there, sure, get it perfect. But that's as perfect as it's gonna get, honestly. That's about as perfect as I could possibly get it. Maybe move it up a smidge, but that's like perfect right there, guys. So basically what's gonna happen is it's gonna dump out of that belt there, dump onto here. This is gonna bring it over here, drop it here. It's gonna bring it up here, and this is where we're gonna have the third belt. But you'll see, there's a reason I'm leaving this attached to the tractor. There's a reason. You'll see that reason. And I'm in here, so. So now for this belt here. This is the next crucial piece. This is the next piece. Now, the nice thing is you actually don't have to move the system, which is real quick. I'll demonstrate real quick. So basically with this one, the reason you won't have to move the system, if it's like the belt in FS17, is due to the fact that when you lift this bad boy up, what you can do is, I always have the angle at 55%. I don't know what that's about. But you can actually extend this belt out pretty far. Like, I'll show you. I mean, you can extend it out pretty good. So, I mean, you typically don't need to have it to where it's like right up next to the train. You can extend it out over the train. And then you just lower it back down and I'll rehook up to it. Yeah, that's why we don't actually have to move that. I forgot about that. But you won't actually have to move it because due to that the belt actually extends out. I mean, might have to adjust it a little bit, but no, I think I got it. So let's put this bad boy over there. I wish they had convoys in this game where you could set all the other vehicles to follow this vehicle. That would be amazing. And to the creators of FS17, please add something like that where we can actually like have an option where we set up the vehicles in a line in a convoy essentially, and they follow the lead vehicle. That would be so nice, where you could hire workers to follow the vehicle. But yeah, guys, so basically with this, you'll be, yeah, it's only stuff tractors that I need to get moved out of there, but I haven't gotten around to it yet, guys. But anyways, so once I get this belt all hooked up, you'll kind of see what I mean. I'll demonstrate. I've got a load already in a trailer that I can bring over. But the second option, I'll show you the second option you won't even need a trailer of any sort or anything like that to load into. You basically bring your harvester right over to it, extend the pipe out, and what you can do is just unload onto the ground. Now, most people are like, well, why would I unload my harvester onto the ground? You'll see why. You'll see why when I have this all set up for the second option. For the first option, I'm not actually going to bring the other one over at the moment for the first option, because I don't need it right now. I'm actually going to leave it over there for the time being. Now this, most people are like, well, how are you going to get through there and around without messing things up? That's why I came over to this area, is because it has such a good little area to kind of loop around with. Now with this, you want to line it up perfectly, drop it right there. Put the tractor out of the way, put the tractor over the grass here. Then this one also, you can get into the, now if you're having a tough time, you can unfold it and it'll actually like spin around. Now you redo this, so to where you can actually make sure you lift this sucker up. So you don't want it to run into the train, right? So you lift it up to where you can line this fucker up with this. Now you'll see why I say that the fold belt option is super nice. Now as you can tell, well bam, you can attach it. Now like I said, there might have needed to be some adjustment, but for the most part, you literally get out, bring it up here, go up here. Okay, so I need to bring it a couple more inches up, extension. And then you simply extend it out over the train car like that. Maybe if you want to be a little more precise, to where it dumps a little easier into there, bring it down a little bit over the train, but for the most part, and what I usually do just to make sure is I kind of get up here and I follow the belt all the way along, just to make sure that it's going to be dumping right into the train car. Now that's set up, what we do is we get into this bad boy here. So we enter, maybe, I know in FS17 you could, okay, why am I not able to enter this as a vehicle now? Because it's a little bit off, so I need to be able to enter it as a vehicle. Come on now, please let me, oh, see in 17 you could enter this even after you hooked it up to that, but I think it's because since I hooked it up to that already. It's not a big deal, I didn't know it was going to do that, so it's simply, this is why I left the tractor here, is to adjust for air. There we go, I think that's going to be perfect. Yep, that's perfect. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll demonstrate this bad boy out of here. Final lift. And move it over to here. And you'll see what I mean by I actually don't need to. So for example, I'll use my potatoes, right? So basically, what I'm gonna do with this, and you'll see, is I'm gonna take this bad boy over there. This bad boy is right over by the actual, by the shop, so it'll take me about as long to pull it over there. As you can see, I've got a decent amount of potatoes in here. I got about 30,000 potatoes, which is a decent sell, right? Oh, well, I don't want that happening. Hold on. Oh, shit. That's why, guys, honestly do not use this trailer just because if you get going too fast, that can happen. It can throw it off. It doesn't, for some reason, they didn't actually make, whoever created this mod didn't make it to where it actually latches down onto the whole thing. So, hip side back. So basically, you'll make sure you select on the trailer. You always want to make sure it's tip side back. Now normally you're supposed to have, with normal, oh yeah, that's right, you don't have access to this land. That's right. So I can't, that's another thing that I thought was stupid that they did with this is, unless you buy this physical stretch of land, stretch of highway, you can't unload onto it. So, speaking of which means I probably can do this real quick then too. Come on, hurry up. Go over to where I have these, so select, whoops, lands, buy this stretch of land here. Yeah, buy this stretch of land. So basically it'll give you the option to where it doesn't show it like it does in FS17 for some reason. Normally what you do is you hold L1 and R1 together, and you hit triangle, and it'll unload right where you are. Regardless of whether you're in an unloading zone or not, it'll automatically unload. So and it should give me the prompt to unload once I back this thing up to that anyways. And basically, so whenever you want to, like, load into the train, you drive the train up to that spot, park, and move cars. Whenever one car gets full, you move it to the next, so on and so forth. So, basically what you'll do is you'll come over here where I'm going. Basically, I mean, if you're on this map, if not, find a good flat spot like I did where the train truck gets pretty close and you can stop it. And if you like to have traffic on for realism, don't go on the road because then you're going to have irritated drivers and shit crashing into your shit. So if you don't mind having no traffic on the road, then turn traffic off, obviously. So basically what I'm going to do is demonstrate this. So what you'll do, this is why I suggest not using the second option, just because the way this has to be angled. I mean, it's not exactly something that's going to be easy to back a trailer up to, you know. But with having the second option, you'll be able to unload it wherever the fuck you want. Yeah, see, I'm not even going to be able to do this option because where the train's at. So what I just do is, hold on here, I got this, hold on. Oh, hold up, I just realized I gotta move that, otherwise it's gonna collide with the train car. So whenever you have to move train cars like that, just make sure you retract that so it doesn't, so the train car doesn't actually collide with it. And lower it, obviously. So then let's... go back to the train here. And you'll see what I mean by make sure. This is why I would not suggest doing the first option on this map anyways, in this specific area. Just because then you have to move the train, then you have to move the train back, and it just really becomes a pain in the ass, really. So you get out of this tractor, run back over here, and so then you reset this up. So then reset this bad boy up. So extend it out as if the train was there. Now don't worry guys, it won't actually dump the crops on the ground. You don't have to worry about that. It'll stop before it will. Oh, fuck, what the hell? Oh well, I'll fix it guys. So basically what you do, you get your trailer lined up with the thing there, right? And then get your tractor all straightened out. Start slowly backing up to that thing. You want to make sure you're dead lined up, otherwise it's... And then see, you'll get the prop, so unload into here. See how it's filling that thing up? So obviously that thing's completely full, right? Now normally with having... So what I'm going to have to do is detach... See, oh, I see what happened. Normally you wouldn't be able to move this like that. Normally I didn't realize that you could. Okay, see, in FS17 you have to control them separately. That's cool. Kind of glad they updated that, guys, because before, believe me, that was a giant pain in the ass, guys. See, I didn't know you could actually physically control this like that. Before, in 17, guys, it was a physical pain in the ass to adjust this shit. I'm just gonna detach it, guys, and reset it up, but basically, yeah. So, I'm just gonna detach and physically set it up again. So let's move this back roughly where I had it before it got all moved and shit. So that was roughly where I had that one. And then enter this one as a vehicle. Now the way obviously you're going to do it is you want to make sure that this piece is lined up properly. Probably help if I zoom out, huh? And obviously you're going to want to bring this bad boy back in. So obviously you're going to rotate, bring this bad boy back in. So obviously you're going to rotate it back like this, just so it's not colliding with the thing while you're moving it. And so you swing it back inwards once you're sure that you have enough room, so you can. Then use realign this bad boy. See how it started to do that? Because I gotten that lined up with it. And obviously you'd have this lined up like that, like we did before. Then you obviously drop the supports, the wheels. See, I just messed up a little bit. Yeah, this, honestly, guys, though, I have to admit, is like the biggest pain in the ass to set up. But once you get it set up, it's amazing using. I just have to admit that it's like one of the largest fucking, pardon my French, but it's one of the largest pains to set up. But once you get it set up, good thing is once you get it set up, it's a one-time setup, man. You set it up once and you're done kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Set it up once, you're done. Don't have to set it up anymore, don't have to fight with it anymore. Once it's set up, it's done. Like, you don't have to set it up again. As long as you save and you don't have to redo it because you forgot to save. Yeah, always, guys, make sure you save. Otherwise, you're going to have the situation where you're going to not save and have to reset all of this back up. Which, believe me, guys, I had to do on FS17 and I was not pleased about it, guys. Like, I was pretty pissed off at myself that I had to reset this up on FS17. See, that's about where you want it to be. Where it's pouring into that. If you want it to be, like, perfect, line it up a little bit better, but you don't have to have it perfect. Then it will stop right there, see? And then what you do is you line this bloody thing up with it. And attach that bad boy. Now that that's done, so now this is why you'll see when I do option 2, this is why you'll see why I say do option 2, man. Is because then you don't have to worry about the trailer tractor and trailer not fitting between, you know. So I'm just demonstrating basically, so I'm just gonna move this back to here. Move the train back into position. Make sure you go nice and slow so you don't collide with the that kind of collided with it a little bit, but that's So then essentially what you can do is, yeah, it's far enough over, why is it not going? This train car may not support potatoes, but, or it may not be in the correct position or whatever. It's picky a lot of times. So this is why you always want a fold belt, so you can adjust it whenever you need to. So like I said, this train car may not support it. Or maybe you have to change the angle to get it to pour in, but basically, so let me find a train car that does support potatoes. I'm pretty sure it's one of the grain things there. I'm pretty sure this one doesn't support it. So bear with me, guys, while I So basically, you guys kind of get the gist of that. Basically, what you do is then you go back in the train, you pick whatever train car it is, so it's the first train car, so there's the first train car, so you open the cover, alright? This, in theory, guys, is supposed to work, but don't quote me on it, guys. Anyways, guys, so basically, so let's demonstrate with the stupid tractor trailer, basically. Now, in FS17, what I did, guys, in FS17 was how the fuck is it doing that? Yeah, guys, so basically what you should be able to, in theory, do So in theory, you guys saw how I poured onto one belt and then to the other. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find that trailer again. So essentially what you can use this belt for too is to load into trailers easier. It didn't work out like I thought it would, guys, and that's my apologies. Like, obviously these train cars don't support. But yeah, see how, and what it does is it pours from belt to belt to belt into wherever you're loading into. Obviously. And once I get that one back into place, it'll continue to load the potatoes into the thing. So what I'm going to do is get out of this stupid tractor, go over to this tractor here, and give that unit there a little nudge to line it back up enough where it'll actually start going. So as you can tell, guys, what it's going to do is it's going to go from there to there. Now with wheat and shit, you can do this with the train, because obviously the train cars support hauling wheat, but obviously we don't put on potatoes, which I get because potatoes aren't really meant to be on the train in this game, obviously. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. How do you think we get potatoes all the way from my house? All my truck, all my train. For all you potato farmers out there. But yeah, guys, I think this system is absolutely just amazing. Like, in FS17, if you guys play Farming Simulator 17, use this belt system, download the mod for potato point of sale. And you can actually, with two of the belts that rotate like that, and then one of those and one of those, you can literally take the potatoes from the point of sale, from your storage area, to the point of sale. What you do is you dump them next to the wall, concrete wall of the storage area. Ain't that weird? And then you put two of those small belts, two of the, let me get over to them, two of these belts, the lizard belts, S710s right here. You put one facing the other one facing this, and that, or one facing the one belt system here. And then you place one facing the wall, and what it'll do is weird. It'll pull it through the wall, pull the potatoes through the wall, dump them into this, and then dump them into that, which dumps them into the point of sale, which I think is pretty weird. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, so basically this is what my video was about today, guys. So that will do for the video. And honestly, I'm not wanting to showcase the whole one thing because I mean that's just a pain, you know. But yeah, I mean it's pretty cool, guys. It's pretty awesome actually. Like, so yeah, that'll do it for the video. I hope you guys have a nice day and enjoy the video. If you did enjoy the video, like it and subscribe, man.